Dear viewers, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our program, The Roots. Today, we are looking at dignity, one of the roots. Dignity. The life of a plant is supported and sustained by the root. If you want to get any product, if you want to put a plant to use, if you want to benefit from a plant, if you want to get any product from a plant, you have to be very mindful about the roots. Like we said in the beginning, roots of all the parts of the plant are the main important. Without roots, a plant cannot be what it is. For the reason that we benefit from a plant in many ways, by the way, but now we are focusing at its products. Which products also sustain us, support us. For that reason, we have to appreciate the plant as human beings. For that reason, if you, wherever you are as a viewer, if you have a plant, if you have a garden where there are many plants, which plants you expect to give you some products which will sustain your life, you should value that plant. You should appreciate it. You should love it. You should care for it. Without that, a plant may end up being useless, and it being a cycle, you may also end up being the loser. So, in today's root, dignity, there are some important things we are going to look at. Dignity is the state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. The state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. In other words, a plant has to be respected, has to be honored, has to be in a state or in a quality of value to the gardener. Dignity is a root, and a very important root in our lives as human beings. You may be wise, like we talked about it in the past video. You may have a lot of understanding. You may have a lot of knowledge. There are many people who are in that category, but still you deserve dignity. That is a root for a human being like you and me. Dignity is a composed or serious manner or style for human beings, remember. Dignity is a sense of pride in oneself all, dignity is self-respect. You'll find that through this teaching, we are going to talk much about self. Self. You'll realize that wherever you are, with the people you have interacted, those places where you are working, in your home, either parent or a child, we've always said, I deserve respect. I deserve dignity. These people should be given dignity. I have a right to dignity. Yes, as a human being, whatever age you are, whatever status you are, we are entitled to have dignity. Dignity is the quality or state of being worthy of honor or respect. Trust me, dear listeners, that even if a child is still young, if you don't give that child a right of respect or honor where it's due, you are doing something wrong. Depending on whatever culture we come from, if it was a debate, there would be a great argument. There's no way I can honor a child. There's no way I can respect a child. Yes, they deserve it, as long as they are human beings. The way you need to be respected, to be honored, is the way any other person needs honor and respect, and that is what dignity is. Today we are specifically looking at what is self-dignity. Leave alone where you work, where you need people to dignify you, where you have to give them the dignity they need or they should have. We are looking at ourselves. In our previous videos, I brought self as a root. Yourself, myself. It was leading us to this. Before you look for anything from any other person, how is it about you, yourself? You want others to talk well to you. How do you talk well to others? You want others to do a lot of things for you, this and this and this, in the way you want it. How do you do it to them the way they want it? How do you do it to yourself? How do you talk to yourself? How do you think about yourself? How do you take yourself? All that is under the root called dignity. So self-dignity may as well be called personal dignity. Not forgetting the words honor and respect. Personal dignity is your inner feelings, the feelings in you, and the attitude in you, the feelings and attitudes in you of self-love, self-care, self-esteem, and self-appreciation. You want other people to love you? Yes. How do you love yourself? You want other people to care for you? Yes. How do you care for yourself? You want other people to respect you? How do you respect yourself? You want other people to appreciate you? How do you appreciate yourself? Surprisingly, you also do it to them the way you want it done, if you do it. But what about yourself? So personal dignity is your inner feelings and attitudes of those areas: love, care, esteem, and appreciation. Personal dignity is the way you think and feel about yourself. Many times we are so concerned about others, we have felt for others, we've wanted them to be concerned about us, feel for us. How do you think and feel about yourself? Self-dignity is your behaviors that enhance your self-worth and self-confidence. How do you conduct yourself in order to enhance your self-worth and your self-confidence? How do you behave when you talk? How do you talk? Does your talk enhance your sense of self-worth or self-confidence? When you present yourself among others, do you portray self-worth and self-confidence? Are you a dignified person? When you do in your areas of performance, whichever area, is what you are doing carrying or enhancing any sense of self-worth and self-confidence? All that is dignity. You realize that there are many areas of self-dignity or personal dignity, as we have mentioned them: self-love, self-care, self-esteem, self-appreciation, self-confidence, and so many, many others. But today, under our root dignity, we are going to look at self-love. How do you love yourself? That may be one of the most important factor if we are to be dignified, if we are to be people worthy of honor and respect, if we want others to value us, to consider us useful, reliable. I picked some information from somewhere, and they were called attributes of love, of which I came up with what is called love language. Now that we are talking majorly about love, loving yourself or self-love, in order to advance your self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. There are some 4 important points I want us to look at. Under love language. Love language is the way you communicate within that aspect of love for yourself. The first point is words of affirmation. Words that say yes. Positive words about yourself. Do you compliment yourself? And how often do you do that? Do you encourage yourself? How often do you encourage yourself? Do you support yourself? Those are all words of affirmation. Words or the language that puts you in a position of self-worth, of self-esteem, of having value before you seek it from others. How is it about yourself? If you love yourself, you'll compliment yourself. Don't wait for others. I can bring in an example. There are many people, myself inclusive, sometimes it happens, though I try to fight it. You are going somewhere, like you are going to church, or you are going at a party, you prepared, planned for it like a month back or 2 weeks back, as when you heard it is coming, you started preparing for it. In that preparation, there is looking into what outfit will be the right one for that function, and so on and so forth. The day comes when you start dressing up, you get out your outfit, you put it on, everything as it should be, you match it well with whatever. For us ladies, we have a bag, a handbag, or a purse. You match it with the shoes, the makeup, and everything. At the end of it all, you just realize it may not be the right outfit for the function. Even before anybody tells you that, you have already put yourself on a low scale. If it is a score between 0 and 5, you are somewhere between 1 and 2. I think I'm not going to be presentable. This outfit will not be good. And you know what you end up doing? Going back in the closet, looking for some more. If the function was like a 1 hour to come, you may end up spending the whole hour messing up yourself. Why? Because you cannot support yourself positively. You cannot compliment yourself. You cannot encourage yourself. You cannot uplift yourself. Put yourself at the level where you don't need anybody to tell you that this one is good. Give yourself a good. Give yourself a very good in any area of your life. I don't mean to say you should be very proud. You should boast over others. You should be on top of others. But as far as you're concerned, yourself, compliment yourself. That is one area of loving yourself. Love yourself by complimenting, by scoring, by doing something and being sure or contented that it's the right thing. Many times people have complimented us. Oh, you look good. Really? I don't think so. And sometimes you may even explain yourself. You see, this dress is not new, by the way. I've had it for some years. It's an old one. Why do you explain yourself? Somebody has complimented you. Just take it positive. Say, thank you so much. And feel it. That is a language of love for yourself. Words of affirmation. Being positive about situations or circumstances regarding yourself. Another point is quality time. Quality time is a love language. These words may not be new to you, but I'm using them in this perspective of the roots. Do you have undivided attention for yourself? How much do you attend to yourself? How much do you sacrifice time for yourself compared to what time you give your friends, your workmates, other people you interact with? Dear listener, if you go to church, How much time do we put in church activities, church people? How committed are you in that area? How committed are you with your family members? How committed are you with workmates? And so many other things. Social time with other friends. What about your quality time? Quality time for yourself. Many times we've been wasted. And who wastes us? We waste ourselves. We stress ourselves out because we cannot have any word of affirmation for ourselves. We cannot have quality time for ourselves. We only have time for other things, other people. When do you attend to yourself? There are certain things that you can do to show that you have quality time for yourself. Some of you are readers. Enjoy reading books. Reading your favorite book is your quality time. You put all other things aside and just sacrifice that time for yourself. You enjoy that book, yes. But you've read it for a full year. Why? Because you have to cook food, you have to take care of children, you have to be with your friends, you have to go to church, you have to be at work, you have to do laundry, you have to do... Yes, it is all good. But spare some time for yourself. That is quality time. You can go to watch a movie. There are some movie places, some people go outside. Get out of the four-cornered room. Get out of the 3-bedroom house. From the dining to the sitting room to 1 bedroom, that is yours, to the children's bedroom, to visitor's bedroom. And that is a lifestyle. Get some time out of that house. Get out into another environment. Have your quality time. You can go in the woods, in the gardens outside, just to enjoy the beauty of the Lord outside. Quality time. Don't wait for when the family will plan to go together to the zoo, to go together at a party, to go together wherever you plan to go. Get your quality time. Get time alone. Get time for vacation. We may be, as I talk to you, I'm a married woman. I've been married for over 30 years. From the time I got married, we are together with my husband, A to Z. I'm talking to married people there. You a husband. You a wife. If you're doing it in a positive way, why can't you get yourself some time alone? That some time alone is very useful, is very important in our lives. That quality time is very important, especially when you have certain things to accomplish. I'm a Bible teacher. I'm a counselor. I cannot get to concentrate on what I have to teach people unless I have got that quality time. Get out of a lot of commotion. You may want to plan something. The husband wants you to cook for him food. He wants you to iron his clothes. He wants you to do this. He wants you to do this. Similar to men there, husbands. You want to do something, the wife wants you to do this, this. Do we have to be together? Yes. Do we have to help each other? Yes. But quality time is very important. It relieves you of the stress. It helps you to get enhanced in your thinking. It builds you mentally, physically, psychologically. Another point is the language of gifts. Remember, we are talking about the root dignity under which we have to love ourselves. You as an individual, love yourself. The language of gifts. You can not love yourself unless you have what I've called love language. Receiving and giving gifts is a love language. You very much like receiving gifts from whoever would wish to give you a gift, and you feel so happy about it. You do the same to others. But how often do you do it to yourself? Can that happen? Yes, it does. I plan to go to a store. I buy myself the thing that I like most. Is it a necklace? Let me go to a store that sells necklaces. I choose the best necklace. However expensive it may be, if I can afford it, as long as I like it. I pay for it. I leave the store very, very satisfied. I come home because a necklace is not kept. I get it out of the box or whatever wrapper it is. I wear it. I say, yes, this is what I have liked. You have gifted yourself. You've not waited for somebody else to do it. For us married women, you may wait for your husband to gift you, and it takes years and years. That is, if he's to give it to you. For husbands there, you may wait for your wife to gift you, and it takes years. A father, you may expect a gift from a mother. Mother expects a gift from a father. A child expects a birthday gift, or a graduation gift, or a gift, any other category of gift from the parent. A parent expects from a child. Mother-in-law from daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law from mother-in-law, father-in-law. You know all those. At work, an employee expects at least an end-of-year gift from the boss or the employer. Employers don't usually expect gifts. They are just surprised. But before you think about all of that, it is very, very perfect to do that. But when have you ever thought of gifting yourself? Because if you don't, you live complaining. You live unsatisfied. You'll come to hate others. You'll come to look at others as if they don't love you. Don't seek love from others when you cannot love yourself. Self-love. And another one is an act of service to yourself. What do you do other than complimenting yourself, encouraging yourself, supporting yourself, empathizing with yourself? That's another thing. You should feel yourself as you feel for others. Oh, Bambi, omukyalo oyo, I feel sorry for her. Have you ever felt sorry for yourself about a certain situation that you are going through, about the challenges you are going through, about the stress you are going through? Feel for yourself. That is empathizing. And what do you do about it? Get a way of getting out of it. The act of service is a language of love. that you should have in you. Do something for yourself that you know you would like. There is that moment in life. Don't always do what other people want you to do. Don't always do things because that is how you should do it for others, and forgetting yourself. When did you last go for dinner? When did you last get a meal from a restaurant? When did you last go for swimming? Do you remember when you are still a young one? That is, before you got married, before you got that job which takes all your time, before you got so busy like you are now, you have children, you have this and that, you used to be a good swimmer. Many times in our talks, casual talks, we say, I used to do this so much. I used to love this. What about now? Yes, you'll tell me, age dictates. The older you grow, the busier you become, the more committed you become, not like you used to be when you are still young, when you are still a youth, when you are still a teenager. I appreciate that. But quality time. Remember, you are yourself, not any other person. You were a woman there. When did you last go to have a new hairdo? You were a man there. When did you last go to a barber to trim your beard? Or to have a hairdo? When did you last buy yourself a perfume? When did you last eat something that you desire? Because of a little money, these days, we've been in lockdown, COVID, poverty, my check is not enough. So the order of the day in your home, in your life, it becomes a lifestyle. Beans, posho. If not beans and posho, beans, matoke. If it's not beans, matoke, beans, this. Oh my God. When will you ever have a change in your diet? It doesn't necessarily mean that when you go to a restaurant or a hotel, that's the only place where you can get a change in your diet, anywhere you are. If you are in the village, I think it is the best source of all what we need to balance our diet. Go in your garden, pick whatever you think you would desire to have for your meal. If the whole week you've been eating stuff with oil in it, change for a better boil. Don't be forced. Don't be inclined to what others desire. Have a change. Today I'm cooking boil for myself. Why don't you fry your food? This is what I want. Today we are not going to eat meat, beef. Let's change and eat something else. Prepare your matoke, cut tomatoes, put in onions, put in salt. That's enough. Of course, you'll not make others like what you like. But today we are talking about like yourself, love yourself, do something for yourself that you would like, that you desire. Gift yourself in whichever situation. If you wait for people, they may delay you. If not that, they may deny you. You a child over there listening to me. You go to school, you score. When you get home, you talk about it yourself. Your parent doesn't even care about your scores. Gift yourself. Mommy, today I scored an A. Let me clap for myself. Your mom will be challenged. Your parent will be challenged. You are an adult there. You went to school through thick and thin. You have come to the end of your studies and you have graduated. Nobody in the house appreciates you. Appreciate yourself. If you know where you are coming after your graduation, there's nobody who will even give you a flower as a gift. Tell the driver to pass by a flower shop. Buy for yourself a flower. Come with it in the house. And tell everybody, you know, guys, I have graduated and I've bought myself a flower to appreciate myself. I've gifted myself. That one works out. Do people do such things? Yes, they do it. They do them for other people, not for themselves. Do we do them? Yes, we do them for other people, not for ourselves. We deserve dignity as human beings. We deserve to be in a state of honor and respect. But if we don't honor ourselves, if we don't respect ourselves, we shouldn't look so much into those people who don't do it for us. Compliment yourself. Encourage yourself. Be positive about yourself. Spare some time for yourself. Attend to yourself. Do what pleases you. Gift yourself. On gifting yourself, there's something that I have to talk about as I finish. We work very, very, very hard. Non-stop. No time to rest. No time to eat. No time to do anything for ourselves. At the end of a period, we get our salary. We get our paychecks. The whole paycheck goes into A, B, C, D according to the budget you have. Why can't you on that budget put a certain percentage of what you have earned to be for you, yourself? You receive $500, $50 should be yourself on every check. Whenever you are paid, that is gifting yourself. What else are you going to get out of that? Because the day you receive it is when you have to repair your car, is when you have to do this, is when your husband needs this, is when your wife needs this, is when the child needs this. At the end of it all, year to year, you've not got anything for yourself. And nobody's giving it to you. If there is, thank God. Appreciate yourself. Love yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to share, subscribe. These videos are on Facebook Live and YouTube. God bless you. We meet next time.